Alright, here we go. This is the start. This is a super short opening cinematic, so I'm going to do everything I can to explain what I gotta explain, but, this is a PlayStation 1 Yu-Gi-Oh game. If you don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, it's a popular trading card game that has a lot of video game adaptations. This one is my personal favorite. If that doesn't sound very good to you, then, you're gonna stick around. You might like it. If you can't tell by this, this little intro here, it doesn't look that great. It's a PS1 game. Not the best graphics. I'm doing what I can here. I'm playing it on an emulator because I tried to play it on my PlayStation 1, and it was awful. The PlayStation 1 doesn't have the capacity to output past 240p, and it looked really bad. So this is my only other option. This is the best I can do. So, sorry if it looks terrible, this is all I got. So, new game. Here we go, getting right into it. Of course, my name is Char, as it is in everything. Whoa. This is a little funky here, a little wonky. Just gotta slow it down. I'm playing this on a 360 controller, so it's a little odd. It's a little different. It's a little different than it would be on PS1 controller. I don't have anything planned for this. This is kind of spur of the moment. But the music in this is so good. There's footsteps going. We all know who this is if you've played this game. If you haven't played this game, then stick around, because this is one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. It's so good. This is it. I found it at last. The forbidden treasure of the ancient sorcerers. Wow. It's a wrap, I guess. My dear prince, are you going to the city to play cards again? You are of royal blood, walking around the city streets dressed as a commoner. Have you no shame? Quite frankly, I'm embarrassed. This is Simon. If I remember right, he's supposed to be your grandfather. Or like the equivalent of your grandfather, but, whatever. We're just gonna run away from him. Wait, stop, my prince. Drat, he's gone. Too easy. So this is the start of the story. We have the Pharaoh's Palace, which is where we just were. We have the Duel Ground, we have the Town Plaza, we have the card shop, and we have the shrine. So the first place we're gonna check out is the card shop. Contrary to its name, we can't actually buy anything here. All we really do in the card shop is save, check out our deck, go back to the title, and then leave. So there's not really a whole lot to do here. But we'll check out what we can do with our deck. We'll check out what our deck is as well. This is our chest is what they call it. This is where all of our new cards go, which is pretty nice. I'm using a 360. Whoop. I'm using a 360 controller, so things, the buttons that I'm used to are a little different. Let me go back into that. I think it would be select, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see what we got in our deck here. I'm not going to be resetting or anything for a better deck, even though that is a pretty smart thing to do. I'm not going to be doing that. Violet Crystal. What does that do? Triangle? Yeah. Mystic Forces from the increased power of zombies. That's not half bad, because there are some... Ooh, Yami would be great if we were running a sorcerer deck. Ooh, we do get a Yamato Dragon scroll. That's pretty good. We do use those, so that's not bad. Yamato Dragon Scroll is pretty nice. Toon Alligator, that's a cool one. I don't get him very often in a starter deck, so that's a cool one to see. So, I mean, a pretty average deck, if I'm being honest with you. What is this, Dark Hole? I think you always start with a Dark Hole. Well, maybe not always, but you know what I mean. Yeah, relatively average. We didn't get any Thunder types, which is unfortunate, because those are really nice. That would be nice if we did. Well, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm gonna remap my controller next episode so that I'm not using the joystick and I'm using the D-pad. I think that'll help. It'll be more precise. So, that's what we got in the card shop. Like I said, can't actually buy anything, kind of annoying. So let's check out the Duel Grounds here. In the Duel Grounds, we have a couple of people here that we can fight. There's one specifically that we want to fight. I've been waiting for you, Char. Jonah was here a few minutes ago, but now he's gone. How about a duel? Absolutely, this is a great time to show off what a duel is, how to duel, because even though I'm sure most people are familiar with how to duel in Yu-Gi-Oh!, and even if you're not, this probably isn't the game to pick up how to duel in Yu-Gi-Oh!, because it's a little different than normal. So, all these different types of monsters are pretty important for fusion summoning. Fusion summoning is the way to go here. I think it's these two types that we can use to summon the king. Well, maybe we need a specific attack level for that, but I believe it's Fiend and Grass, maybe. This has a little bit of slowdown going on right now. Not so sure what that's all about. Rock, water, and I think that's Fiend as well, right? Yeah, Fiend, rock, maybe. Maybe that'll do something. Let's see. But early game, we're just gonna try and figure out what these fusions do. We're not entirely certain, but more or less what you do in Yu-Gi-Oh! You attack their monsters, you see what you can do, and you try to attack their life points directly. You can see in the top right corner, right now, that we each had at least 8,000 life points at the start, and then it went down to 7,000 when I attacked them directly. The goal is to get them down to 0 life points. You can see numbers below, or above that and below that for them and I respectively. Those are the number of cards in our deck. That's relevant to something we'll be doing later on, which is teching, which is nice for trying to get specific cards. And then the Guardian Star system you just saw there is basically just rock, paper, scissors. It's not incredibly useful right now, but it will be useful later on. The audio glitching there is a little annoying. I'll turn down the audio in the next episode. This is kind of a feeler episode for now, just kind of seeing what I need to do. So, remap controller, turn down audio, check. This is an interesting card. I'm not sure if we have any, anything that it applies to. What ones was it again? Zombies, okay. Well, now we know. So we just have water. Okay. Well, we can also just fuse and fuse just to get rid of the card, to try and hope something else, to hope to draw something else. Which will do a lot, especially later on, when draws are more important. Oh my, that is fantastic audio. Alright, so definitely turn audio down. Might even replace it with music, not entirely sure. I guess it depends on what happens. Because it seems a little loud. But, I mean, you live and you learn. Let's try these two. This is a fairy in water. I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. But like I said, trial and error. You never know. More or less, this is how you figure it out in the early game. You just kind of feel your way around. The early duels are easy enough, so where you can do that, but the later duels get much harder. But don't think that this is emulator specific, this happens on the disc too. So this will happen to you too if you're playing on disc. You'll get these like weird audio glitches on the disc as well. You'll also get a lot of weird visual glitches. Ouch, looks like I lost. Oh well. I'll play you again when I get a little better. Alright, so it's important here that we're going to talk to someone else. We want to fight all 3 of the villagers, especially villager number 3. I'm going to cut until I beat them all, just because you don't want to watch 3 more duels, so... Just gonna duel them all and then I'll cut until after I beat them all. Stone armadillo. Okie dokie. That was the end of Villager 3. That was, I just beat 1, 2, and 3 in that order. I don't know if that's every time, but that is how it went. Now, once you beat all 3 of them, I highly recommend beating 3, because this is the only time in the game that you can. It's not a big deal, but if you can, it's recommended. If you click Go Outside, Tiana will come along and say, hey, did you know that there's a festival going on in the town plaza? Come on, let's check it out. She'll take you there automatically. I'll bet I'll find Jonah there. She'll take you there automatically, so you don't have to go travel there and everything. Wow, there's lots of people around. Look, the mages are about to start their procession. Awesome. But kinda spooky, too. This must be the work of that detestable high mage, Hai Shin. When I was a kid, it used to be more wholesome. Even the attitude of the mages has changed for the worst. What's our world coming to? Want to go someplace else? Look, it's Jono. I can't believe it, but he's dueling over there. I lost. Oh. I believe I have wasted my efforts on an insignificant speck. Say what? Forgive my choice of words, you were mildly entertaining. Hey, Jono. Tiana and Char. What's going on? What do you think? Ain't it obvious? You lost. Don't be so blunt. I didn't lose, I had a setback. I grow weary of this insect. Is there not one amongst you that is worthy of my attention? Dagmar, the nerve of this guy. The nerve. Hey Char, why don't you challenge him? After all, you're the best duelist I've ever seen. I'll bet you can beat him. Yeah, Char, do it. Show him who's boss around here. Hello, are you my next victim? We'll click duel, even though he's not gonna be here. I hope you are better than the last one. Come, let us duel. Master Seto, Master Hai Shin calls for you. I see. So be it, the duel is postponed. Am I correct in assuming that you frequent the town's duel field? That's right. Then wait there. I shall grace you with a visit. Seto is my name, remember it. Can you believe that guy? A mage with that attitude. Yeah, real charmer. I got a feeling Char will put him in his place, won't you, bud? Come on, let's look around and head for the duel field. We're not gonna go to the duel field right away, because we want to do one more thing before we go there. We're gonna go right back up to the Pharaoh's palace really quick, just so we can unlock Simon as a future free duel. It's not a big deal, but for completion's sake, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Prince Char, you've returned. It is well into the night. Please return to the palace. Dear Prince, if you still wish to play cards, and then try your hand against me. If you lose, you must return to your room. I'm sure you'll find him a worthy opponent. We'll duel him. Ho ho ho! My dear Prince, I taught you the game. You don't really think you're going to win, do you? Prepare yourself. We didn't really win that many great cards against the villagers, so I'm not really going to put anything new in. But while I'm doing this, I'll explain a couple things. The way I'm going to be doing, the way I'm going to be handling grinding is I'm just going to have grinding episodes. They're not going to be specifically, I'll put in the title or like at the start of the video that you can skip it. So it's just going to be an episode specifically for grinding, nothing more. It's just going to be grinding. So you won't miss anything, and then I'll add it in, I'll add in to the next episode what we got, everything like that. Simon's a complete weakling, so not a big deal. Just have a couple things I want to explain. So, like I said, grinding, I'll have complete, like, multiple hour-long episodes where I'm just exclusively grinding. The audio here is super bad, so I'm definitely going to be turning that down. Like I said before, audio goes down, that's a guarantee. I'm still working out these early summons, but I know they're not really gonna matter, so they're only gonna matter for a little bit. I know that the girl summon is pretty good, like the girl archetype. There's a couple of things I need to do here though. I need to remap my controller, and I need to turn down the audio. Those are two things I definitely need to do. Like I said before, I tried to play this through my my PlayStation. I tried to play it through my PlayStation 1, but it only outputs in 240p, which is really bad, and it looked awful. So this is the best I could get it to look. It doesn't run quite as smoothly as I would like it to, but it doesn't run that bad, if I'm being honest. So it's not that bad, I don't think. I don't think it looks that bad. So Simon more or less is gone here. He's done so. Nothing he can really do. His cards aren't that great. He doesn't really have that much fusion material, I guess. As long as we don't go too fast, the game seems to be able to handle it pretty well. I guess. I don't really know. We'll work on it. Like I said before, this is just a test episode. We'll see what we get. If you've played this game before, you know what we're looking for, but Amoeba is what we get. I don't think I went over it before, but as you can see, we get a POW S rank, which is power. S is, it's the best possible rank. It goes by how many cards you used, and it goes by how much life points you've taken. We took no damage, which means we have full life points. We only used 11 cards, which isn't that bad. And we got 5 stars at the bottom, which are star chips. We use those to get cards later on. I'll go over that afterwards. I'll go over that in a little bit, actually. I'll go over that before we end the episode. You won. 'Twould seem I taught you well. You've grown strong. You've won fair and square. As promised, you may go. I've nothing more to say. We'll go over star chips right now, actually, just so you can see what they are. So we'll go back to the card shop real quick. I'll get a save off as well, just cuz. Hello there. We'll go to the title. Return to title. Yes. And then it is the password here. This is Star Chip, as you can see. We have 22 of them. We can put in a password here. The password correlates to the number on the bottom of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and we put it in, and it costs a certain amount of Star Chips. If we have that amount of Star Chips, we can unlock the card, and we can put the card in our deck, and so it goes. That's how it goes. It's pretty handy. We'll go back into the campaign mode here. And finally, we want to do one more thing this episode, and that is go to the Duel Grounds. I believe we have someone waiting for us here. Jeez, who does that mage think he is, anyway? I gotta admit, though, the guy was real tough. Hey, Char, how about a game until that guy comes back? Sure. Alright, let's do it. May have lost that last game, but I ain't lost my touch. Oh. Alright, we'll take on Jono. Jono's a little tough. I ain't gonna lie, this is the first opponent where I feel like he could actually beat us, aside from Villager 2. Villager 2 has a couple good cards, I'm not gonna lie. So, not bad. Plant Dragon is pretty good. And Water Dragon is pretty good, but I don't know if either of these actually summon a dragon if we do like this. I'm kinda hoping it does, so I'm hoping that I didn't just throw them away. Oh, I threw it away. I tried. I wasn't sure, but I did my best there. It was a shame. What are you again? Zombies. I don't get that card very often, so I don't really know. You do something? I don't remember. No, okay. Well, clearly that card over there is pretty bad, but I don't think it's 300 bad, so... yeah, it wasn't. He's just gonna hit us, but, I mean, 300 damage is 300 damage. We don't need to S-POW him right now. We can S-POW him in a free duel, it's not a big deal. I'll do a little bit of grinding after episode 1, in between 1 and 2. Yeah, it's only 100 damage from a change slime, it's not a big deal. He does have a couple cards that, if he can get them out, especially from fusion summoning them, that would be a really big problem. So, we're gonna hope to avoid that. Less of a problem now because of the Mystic Sand, but still would be a problem. Mystic Sand is a great early game summon. It's a girl type monster. Well, not type, but like a girl monster and a rock type monster. Really nice fusion if you can get it. You usually start with those two in most decks. Not always, but usually. So it's not usually too tough. Alright, not bad. A couple more turns and we should have him down. Jono's not too tough. He's only tough if he gets out specific cards, which it doesn't look like he is. Normally he would have gotten them out by now. So I think we're gonna be good. Bunch of waters and a Mechano boy. Not so bad. Should get him next turn. Doing pretty good. Now there are no effect monsters in this game, so you just saw Cyberstein there and he did not have an effect. That is true in this game. There are ritual summons, but you're not going to be seeing any of those for me because they're not easy to get. So, ritual summons more or less don't exist. They do obviously exist, but just don't expect to see them, is all I'm saying. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Kuragashi. Okidoki. So Jono goes down very easily. Jeez, Cha, you whipped me. You know, you are good. Do me a favor and beat that mage, will ya? There he is, he's back. Look at that. He's got his own groupies. Do me a favor and whip the guy. Do it, Char. I do not know how good you are, but I hope you will entertain me. I will have you know that I enjoy a good game. Do not disappoint me. So this is Seto. Seto 1, I think, is what he goes by. He's a little annoying, but shouldn't be anything we can't beat. Hopefully. I think this makes something, if I'm not mistaken. I hope. It does, okay. Good. Not half bad. Put him in defense mode for now. I don't think Seto is all that good, or Seto 1, but I can't remember. This is one of those fights that I just, for whatever reason, blank on. Well, I'm not really seeing anything that's standing out here, so let's just ditch a card and, yeah. So I don't think much really, goes there, so just in case. Go ahead and do that, Muka Muka. Go ahead and get off a fat 1300 to his face, pretty nice. Okay, no fusion is a good sign. Uh-oh. Oh, he had a Guardian Star. Okay. Guardian Star advantage is, like I said, it's basically rock, paper, scissors. I think this makes something, right? Yeah. Tiger Axe. We take those. A couple of 1300 monsters isn't the end of the world. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Wish the audio wasn't so bad. Okay, so we've learned our lesson from last time. Now we know. No, we didn't, because that was not this guy. That was the grass one. So we haven't learned a thing. But that's okay. We're getting there. We're working on it. Alright, next turn we should have Seto. Not bad. Just like that. Not bad, not bad at all. We win, we got Gale Dogra. Okie doke. Not so bad. I cannot believe I lost. But, wait a moment, you are... I see. Enough. That is all for today. I have a feeling our paths will cross elsewhere. Till then, I bid you farewell. You did it, Char! Did you see the look on his face? You were great. Char, you're just too good. I bid you farewell. Ha, what a loser. Char, well, what now? You still got some time? Let's go outside. Yeah, well, come around again anytime. We'll be here. So that's where I'm going to end the episode. For now, I'm going to go ahead, go to the card shop and save. Going to end off the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in episode number 2.